one of my favorite exercises. It's a very basic movement, a very foundational one. Really, your body can only move in 6 different ways. Vertically pushing something, which a military press would be an example of this, is one of those ways. I favor the military press more so than the push press or the push jerk, even though those 2 exercises certainly have their purpose and their place in your training. But I favor the military press because it truly is upper body strength. You don't get to cheat the weight up, if you will, by getting some oomph out of your lower body. This is truly all upper body. Now, as I said, the military press is one of the more foundational movements. Your body only moves in 6 different ways. The military press is one of those in that it is vertically pushing something overhead. A lot of the problems that you see arise when people perform a military press are actually similar to the ones that we see in a push-up, which is a horizontal pushing movement. So I'll go over a couple of the problems that I typically see in people who perform the military press incorrectly, and then we'll show how to do it correctly. So the main thing that I see a lot of times with the military press, and again, also with the push-up, and you're probably guilty of this yourself at times, and I certainly was up to a point, is flaring the elbows out, whether you're in a push-up position or in this pressing position. People, at first, they tend to push out like this and flare out their elbows. Really what you need to focus on is bringing your elbows back at a 45-degree angle, whether you are doing a push-up or a military press. The reason being, when you flare your elbow out like this, you are impinging your shoulders much more than they need to be, and it weakens them. This puts them in a very weakened state. So the ideal would be to have your elbow at a 45-degree angle to your body. This may feel very foreign to you at first, may feel very frustrating because you will feel slightly weaker, but fact of the matter is you are laying the foundation for a much stronger position here than you are here. We need to move as vertically as possible, shortest distance to get the weight up overhead, rather than come out and then up. So what this would look like is here. See, I try to stay as vertically as possible. My elbow comes as vertically as possible, no flaring out to the side. Again, just like that. Okay. Another common problem that we see with the military press, and again with something like a push-up, is breaking at the lumbar. You can tell when there's a weakened core when you tend to do this at the top of your press. You know, like, you're stretching, you're trying to get the weight up, and you break at your lumbar spine. Don't want this to happen. The purpose of your core is stabilization. This will help. The stronger your core is, the more weight you can move, the healthier you'll be in general. Strong core is key to the rest of your health. You really want to make sure as you're pressing the weight up that you don't let, one, your rib cage flare out, or you don't want your butt to come out either. You want to keep the belly short and the spine long, not the opposite versus this. So from the side, your press should look like this. Again. All right. Also, this correlates to the push-up. You do not want to be doing a push-up or a floor humper, really, when you kind of do this almost like a worm trying to get your body up. Everything needs to stay tight, engaged. At first, as you're working your way into that being more of a natural position rather than flaring out, feeling more natural, what you'll need to do is spend a second or two, once you get the bell into the rack, tightening everything up. So I'm going to take a second here until, at some point when you clean a bell up, you're immediately going to be ready to press a bell. Until that becomes second nature to you, though, take a minute, bring your feet hip width apart, get your belly tight, tighten your arm up. Take a breath in, make sure that your glutes are firing, like that. Okay. One more problem that we're going to go, actually 2 more problems we're going to go over here that typically show up in the press. One is shrugging up like this. We don't want that. Think of the bicep as poison to the ear. We want to Bring it farther away. Tuck the shoulder down. Almost feel like the weight is pushing your shoulder down into the socket there. Nice here, right? Far away from the ear. Another problem when we're in this position, a lot of people tend, because of shoulder mobility issues, you're going to put the bell down, because of shoulder mobility issues, they tend to stop here, here, somewhere. You want to be in line or slightly behind the ear when you're pressing. Here, not here. This puts you in a very compromised position. Again, we're putting our shoulders in a compromised position, but also it's very difficult to hold weight here versus up here. Now, it could again be a shoulder mobility problem, so you may have to work on that. There's some videos on the site about opening up your shoulders, especially when it comes to posture. Just improving general posture is going to help a lot with this. So overall, what we're trying to do here is keep 45-degree angle, elbows at all times, never flare out. Keeping our belly short, our spine long, keeping the our biceps and our shoulders down and away from the ear, and pressing at or slightly behind the ear. So again, I'm going to do a couple on from the front, from the side, to get you a good idea of what you should be looking for in your own press. On the side. Check your own form in doing the military press. It's an excellent exercise. You definitely should be performing it. If you have any questions as you're going through, let me know. But again, remember, 45-degree angle, tight tummy, nice long neutral spine. Keep the shoulder packed down and keep the arm at or behind the ear, and you'll be golden. Good luck.